Before we begin, I want you to pause for a second. Not think, just notice. How are you feeling right now as you clicked on this video? Calm, tired, curious, or distracted? Most of us go through the day without ever asking this simple question. And yet, the question sits at the heart of emotional intelligence. Now, let me ask you something else. In the last few days, how many times did you say something and later wish you hadn't? React quickly and then overthink it for hours. Feel emotionally drained even though nothing big happened. Was that because you are not capable enough? Or because no one taught you how to deal with emotions in everyday life? That's what we are going to explore today. When people hear emotional intelligence, reactions are interesting. Some think, oh, that's for emotional people. Some think it means being soft. Some think it's about controlling emotions. Now, let me ask you honestly, have you ever controlled your emotions all day at work only to snap at someone at home? If yes, then you already know the truth. Suppressing emotions is not emotional intelligence, it's emotional exhaustion. Real emotional intelligence doesn't ask you to be calm all the time, it asks you to be aware. Let me share a simple way to understand emotional intelligence. It's your ability to notice what you are feeling, understand why you are feeling it, decide how to respond rather than react. Let me pause and ask you, when something triggers you, do you notice it happening? Or do you realize it only after the damage is done? That small gap between trigger and response, that gap is emotional intelligence. And most people live without it. Let's bring this into your daily work life. Imagine this. You open an email, short sentences, no greeting, feels cold. Now pause. What happens inside you before you type a reply? Is it logic or is it irritation, fear, ego, or insecurity? Be honest with yourself. Most professionals reply emotionally first and just logically later. So let me ask you this. How many emails have you sent that were emotionally correct in the moment but strategically wrong in the long run? That's not a skill. That's an emotional intelligence gap. Now, I want to tell you a story. Now, as you listen, notice who do you relate to more. Two professionals, same company, same role, same pressure. Let's call them Amit and Rahul. In a meeting, manager says, "This presentation lacked clarity. We need to be better next time." No names, no accusations, just feedback. Now watch carefully what happens inside each one of them. Amit's heart rate goes up. Thoughts rush in. Why am I always targeted? They don't see value in what I do, what efforts I put in. He feels hurt, then angry, then defensive. He explains, justifies, and shuts down. After the meeting doesn't end for him. It continues in the head. at lunch, at home, at night. Let me ask you, how often does one moment steal your entire day? Now let's look at Rahul's response. Rahul hears the same feedback. He doesn't feel happy. Discomfort is still there, but instead of fighting it, he notices it. He thinks, okay, something didn't land well. He asks a question, listens, stays present. Later, he reflects, what can I improve? Same feedback, same discomfort, different relationship with emotions. So here's the real question. What changed the outcome? The situation or the response? Over time, what happens? Amit becomes known as sensitive, defensive, hard to give feedback to, whereas Rahul becomes known as mature, stable, leadership material. Now, let me ask you something important. Is reputation built only on talent, or how you handle emotional moments repeatedly? Careers don't rise or fall in one big incident. They shift quietly through daily emotional habits. Now think about the biggest decisions of your life: career change, business risk, relationships. Did you decide purely logically, or was emotion sitting quietly at the table? Emotionally intelligent people don't remove emotions from decisions. They listen to it without letting it drive blindly. So before your next big decision, ask yourself, am I choosing from fear or from clarity? That question alone is emotional intelligence in action. Now let's pause together. I want you to think about the last 7 days. What triggered you the most? How did you respond? Did that response bring peace or tension? No judgment, just noticing. Because the moment you notice, you start changing. Emotional intelligence isn't about being someone else. It's about becoming more conscious of who you already are. It's about becoming more conscious of your emotions, especially under pressure. The world is full of intelligent people, but the future belongs to those who can stay steady when things get uncomfortable. Respond thoughtfully instead of impulsively. Lead without burning out. Dear professionals, if this video made you pause even once, emotional intelligence has already begun. If this conversation felt relevant to you, like the video so it reaches more professionals. Subscribe if you want deeper, practical conversations on emotional intelligence. Share this with someone who's capable but overwhelmed. In the next videos, we will break this into practical daily tools you can actually use. Because awareness is the beginning, but practice is transformation. Thank you.